Hello, hello. Happy New Year. Wee! I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry. Okay, so today I thought we were gonna continue with those, but I desperately need a new kind of small idea book and it can't be too big. So I figured let's do that one together. Okay, so let's try and make I just need like a little small notebook. So I have this cookie box here. And I figure we're gonna do a little notebook out of this. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do a 3-part one because I think this will be. I need a spine if I just do this. Maybe I make. Actually, you know what? Let's take the spine from something else. Let's go with the sides here. So I'm using the lines here, the folds. Oh, why are you now it's doing this to me again. Where we fight with the lighting. Can we please? Can we? No. Why doesn't it want to lock the light? The moment I touch the screen to zoom in or zoom out or do anything or just move, as long as I exist to keep changing the lighting. Ah, but how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? What did you do for New Year? Oh, I I've been trying to film the birds for you. I feed the birds right outside my door, and I try to. I mean, I stand every day and look at them, and I try to film them a little bit. But when I move the phone, because I need to hold the phone pretty close to the window, they all fly away. And today, for some reason, they are extra skittish. And I don't know if it is because I got new species finally missing me. It's not new for here, it's just new for this winter. I haven't had bullfinch in my, I think they're called bullfinch anyway, in my bird table, my bird feeding thing for quite some time. They usually come out around spring for me. I know my ex have them all year round, but I normally don't get them until like closer to spring, and it's definitely not close to spring. We have -31. Did I say that? I think I said that. I'm gonna put somewhere on screen how cold -31 is. It is cold. It might be in the beginning of the video or at the end of the video or something. I still don't have a computer because so I can edit properly. I managed to borrow a computer, but it's too old and slow, so it can't it can't handle editing. Why are words extremely hard today? I haven't really spoken yet today. This is the first time I open my mouth today to speak. Coffee. Oh, that did not. It's too strong. Way too strong. I think I might have doubled the. So now I cut off all the edges, and I'm gonna cut off all these flippy floppy parts. But I figure you know what I do now. You know I put my ruler next to the fold and I cut. So I'm just gonna do that. Okay, so I have now cut them all out, and as you can see there are different, since cut along the folds they have different width, and I don't know why it doesn't want to focus on me, but anyway, so you can see it's a kind of a, even when it's blurred you can see it's different width to them. So I'm gonna slap this down and I'm gonna put my ruler next to it so they're all the same width. There-ish. You could measure. As you know, I don't like measuring because I always get that wrong, and then it's so frustrating because it takes. Oops, it's sliding. It's sliding. It's sliding. It's sliding. It's sliding. Maybe that way. I can do this better. It takes a lot of time to measure and get everything, you know, straight and so on. And then I always mess it up anyway. So I just find measuring very frustrating. And crafting should be fun. It should be, you know, enjoyable. It should So if you have a part of your crafting that you don't like, that really trips you up, that makes you annoyed, irritated, if you have that part, see how you can work around it. See if you can find another way to do it that's not as frustrating, or it's just not, you know, that. Why is my voice going? I sound like that. What's it called in the Muppets? You know, that long thin one that hangs out with the, like, what is it, professor or something? I don't know his name. Anyway, I'm gonna cut these oh, these are not straight cut at all. I'm gonna cut these about in half approximately, and I can do that off camera. You know, I'm just gonna measure kind of the middle and just go like that. So as you can see, it's not very straight or perfect, so I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna adjust that a little bit. They kind of want to slide on me, slip and slide around, so I struggle a bit. But I put the shortest one, if I put it like that, you can see I put the shortest one on top, and I use that as a guide when I cut the others. And I'm gonna go slightly that side of this shortest edge. So let's see how I managed to do this, because they've been you know, I'm gonna super clamp these. You know, such a small tiny little pile, but hey, come on. Oh, I don't know why I'm sitting so far away. I have my drawer open and I'm sitting outside that, so it's hard to stay in frame because I keep disappearing. So I'm putting the ruler slightly this side of the shortest one, so slightly to that side of the shortest one, and I'm gonna cut ish. I feel like they're wonky too, but anyway, doesn't matter. It's gonna be apparently plenty of notebooks for me. Just these little small ones that you can kind of just put in your pocket, and when you get an idea, you just pull them up. Or you can have them in your purse, or you can have them, you know, in your car. Oops, and everything is sliding. This is what happens when don't use a dull blade, guys. I should break this blade, but yeah, I'm just slightly lazy today. So what did I mean by making a 3-part? I didn't mean a 3-part video. No. That's not what I meant at all. We're gonna get this done in this video. End of story. Because I need them today. I mean, I'm gonna do a 3-part. This is gonna be a 3-part. This is not straight at all. Do you see that side there? Yeah, it's not straight at all. Anyway, doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be super precise. These are good enough. Now, I have to decide how wide I want the spine, because that's going to be the 3rd part, because you need a front and a back and a front and a back and a spine. So the spine is going to be the 3rd part for each notebook. So I'm looking at a journal that I have, and I want like one signature in each of these. And I'm kind of checking, okay, let's say if I make one of these signatures, so how wide do I want them? Oh, I think I want a centimeter. That's a good size. That's a good size spine. So I need another piece of cardboard. I had to, or like heavier something, and I do have these. And I think I can make some spines out of this. It doesn't have to be super thick. It doesn't have to be super sturdy. I have a thing about spines that I haven't talked about, and we're going to do that when I get to those journals. So let's see. So they are glued there, so I'm going to rip it here. So I'm putting my finger in, and I'm gonna rip. There we go. And it's open. Yay! So I think this part will be great for. Actually, you know what would be fun to make a journal? Yeah. Never mind. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. So what I'm gonna do is cut off this part. There we go. And I'm going to cut off this part. Actually, you know what? The easiest thing is to cut this first. So what have you been doing for New Year's? I was super tired about 8 what is it, p.m. Yeah, p.m. 8 p.m. and I was so tired, and I thought, am I gonna go to bed or not? You know, I wanted a calm, you know, relaxing, because I'm so stressed. I need all the calm I can find. So I was like, am I gonna go to bed already? But somehow I ended up playing some games on my phone. I started chatting with people, and time just flew away. So now I'm checking what height do I want. Yeah. What height do I want these? Because they're gonna be my spines. So I'm gonna check the height. Since we're gonna make multiple little tiny books, you know, I'm checking the height this way. So that's approximate. Oh, we're not doing what I want them to do. Come on, we're checking the height. I don't need to have them there. I can just do that. That's faster. There we go. Oh, they're wonky. Now you can see how wonky they are. Wow. So anyway, let's do that. Should we measure and see how wonky they are? So this one is 8 and no 7.7.5 on that end, and it's 7.8 there. So it's just half a millimeter that's different, but it feels really wonky. Can't be just that little. So that's where the edge is there. And yeah, it's just that little kind of sliver. Do you see that? The peeking up? That's the difference. But it feels a lot wonkier when it's this small. Anyway, so here we have the spines, and I said I wanted them 1 centimeter width. So I'm going to measure out a few spines here. Because, I mean, a centimeter strip you can always use for other things too, if it would make too many. So it's kind of hard to measure when I have you in the way. How am I going to do this? So you can see and I can see. That would be very, very nice if we can all see. What is the light going again? Yeah, it's oh. Seriously, this phone is driving me nuts. I'm sorry for screaming, but seriously? Oh, come on. No. There is where I want you. No. Second I let go of this, it goes back to the dark. I don't know what. I can't lock it. There? No. Oh, for fridge sake. No. Come on. Can you stay there? Nope. Stay. Oh, okay, I give up. I can't make it stay bright. So, I don't know why they do that. It's just super frustrating. When you set the light on the, if you press on your phone screen, you kind of get that sun symbol and a line. And I push it this way to make it brighter. And it just flop back to here and make it as dark as possible. It's just driving me. Oh, I have perfect 6 centimeters. That's nice. So let's measure down here. Normally I'd measure on 3 spots, but these are so small I don't have to. The reason why I measure on 3 spots is because sometimes you get some a bit wonky. And if you measure on 3 spots, you do get a straight line if it lines up. If it doesn't line up, you're gonna go over it again and see what's going on. Because then something is off. But this is so short, I'm not gonna bother. So now I have 2 dots for each. I have 1 dot there and 1 dot there. So I'm just gonna align my ruler to it and cut, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna zoom back out and I'm gonna battle the light again. Oh goodness, please be nice to me. Okay, fine. Don't make it bright and light so people can see what I'm doing. Fine, don't. So, I have 2 here. I have 2 more there. I have, okay, so I can make 4 books, 4 little notebooks. So we have a spine, a spine, a spine, a spine. There we go. So now you obviously don't have to make it this like this when you make something this small. You can just have a paper that is slightly thicker and just fold it around. If you have something like this, just slightly thicker, fold it around and you put paper in between. Doesn't have to be more complicated than that, but I just want this right now. I'm just craving this. Actually, I was gonna use this paper, but now I want fabric. I want fabric. I have this one here right next to me. What if we cover these parts with this paper first? And we can have this for the inside, maybe. I think so. Oh yeah, press record again. That make it better. I just cut out a piece of Christmas paper, wrapping paper, and now I'm just putting some. Actually, today I'm using matte gel medium. I'm using this today. Matte. Oh, it doesn't want to focus. Come on. There we go. Matte gel medium, Liquitex basic acrylic. So it's actually a medium that you mix with your acrylic paint. But I find it works perfectly when you're doing decoupage, when you're using, you know, actually, I prefer PVA glue for decoupage. But anyway, it works. So I'm putting down. Doesn't stick as fast as my, yeah, I'm putting it all over myself. Doesn't stick as fast as my bookbinder's glue, but it's good enough. It's good enough for me. Works for me. Now this paper have some lines to it, so I'm actually gonna kind of use those lines for spacing and for height. Well, not height, because the lines are the other direction. So I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna, yeah, sliding. There we go. And let's do the last piece. Glue, glue, glue. I'm sorry, I had a person that was screaming at me in Instagram messages. I don't know why you do that. You can scream in the comments section down below. Just scream away. Because I keep asking people something and start telling a story and then get sidetracked and not finish it, or you know, stuff like that. And yeah, that's me. I have ADHD and my focus is not great. Actually, that one was really wonky on that side. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna better the glue a bit more, put on the rest from the brush. There we go. And I'm trying to measure. Can we get it to be brighter now? Could we possibly? Oh, the battle with it. Fine, don't then. This phone screen. Yeah, now it's flickering. You can see here, you can see the lines of the paper, but better. So I'm just using those as kind of guides to get the spacing in between the front, the back, and the spine. And this one has slid away. Oh, that's awesome. Now it's not going to be aligned anyway, because this one has slid away. And it's stuck. Yep. Can I get it off? Can I get it off? This is the thing. You can always redo it. The reason why I'm putting them on this side, on the inside, is just to get the spacing correct when I add the fabric on the other side. Can I please? Yes. There we go. We add some more glue to this. Something like that, maybe. Smooshy, smooshy, smooshy. Here we go. Yeah, and I just did it again. I started to talk about something and I completely forgot what I was doing because something happened. Yeah, so that's me. That's me. If you don't like it, I probably won't be the channel for you. I find it very frustrating myself when I do that, and especially when I was editing and I was like, oh, I didn't finish that story. And then I tried to do it in like the text on the screen, but I find not many of you read the text. When I put up like little text and translate things and like, if I had edited this video now, if I had the laptop to do it, some of you may know that my laptop crashed completely because I'm a klutz. So I'm not able to edit at the moment. So some of you know that, and yeah, if I had edited this video, when I said it's minus 31 degrees Celsius, I would put in the text what it is in Fahrenheit. Stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna let this dry for a few minutes. I'm gonna finish off my coffee and I'll be right back. Oh, I'm going nuts with this lighting thing. Oh, can I slap my phone? I don't think that would help. Probably just hurt my hand. Anyway, I forgot to press record. I cut that part out. I'm cutting this part out. I'm gonna cut this part out. And I just put my ruler like that. And now I get all the wonky parts off. Probably gonna be slightly wonky anyway. Because I'm kind of that way. Actually, I see it's slightly wonky here too. So let's go there. There we go. So now we have this, and this is gonna be this could be the outside actually. It's kind of nice. But as you can see, when we left these kind of bigger spaces here, it's moving very freely. And that's what I mean when we glue in oh, I only have this one here. When we glue the spine here, it's very important that we leave this space here, that kind of the fold, the hinge, to make it more movable, kind of like that. Anyway, that one was a bad example because it's very stiff, because I put another piece of very thick fabric on top. So now I'm gonna put this fabric here, and I'm gonna make sure I get into the fabric into the crevice there. And I'm gonna use this glue. It's a bookbinder's glue, and I feel it grabs fabric better than matte gel medium. I could use matte gel medium too, but I just like this glue. Doesn't have to be more complicated than that. Oh, it's very... The needle in the end rust. That's why I'm doing this. So I can... Normally I have a piece of toilet paper or something near me that I do this on. But I don't at the moment, so I'm putting it on my hand. So the edges are most important. So I'm making sure I'm getting a ton there. So these are super important. And the edges here. Super, super duper important. Yes, and I'm missing. And the edges here. Normally, if I'm doing a bigger journal, I use a paintbrush and kind of brush on the glue to get an even layer. This is just a small one, that's just for me. So I'm not too bothered with the glue seepage and stuff like that. But if you're making a bigger journal, or if you're kind of more careful and don't want glue seepage, because it will seep through the fabric if the fabric is kind of thin, then brush it out with a paintbrush or your fingers or something, so you don't have like these lines that you're gonna get now, that I'm gonna get now doing this. I'm more interested in the fabric sticking than it being pretty, because it's just gonna be for me. I'm gonna carry it in my pocket. It's gonna get filthy pretty fast, because you know I do firework. If I firewood. Why was that so hard? Fireworks? No, I don't do fireworks at all. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with me today. I'm still really tired. I haven't had breakfast yet, and it's kind of getting late. And I'm the one that usually just straight out of bed, first thing I do is put on a cup of coffee and make breakfast. It's like my thing. Actually gonna do it like this. So it's easier to see where I am on the fabric. To kind of get it somewhat straight on there. Oh, that looks nice. And of course I get glue on the wrong side. There we go. And I'm gonna make sure I get in here. This is when I grab one of my infamous butter knives. It's for buttering your bread. And as you notice, I didn't put any glue right down here. But I do have glue on the edges, and it's going to seep a bit. But it's not going to be attached to the folds. And I find it flips easier. Flip-flops. I put something on there. There we go. So there we go, and there we go, and there we go, and we're pressing and we're squeezing and we're pressing and we're squeezing and we're pressing and we're squeezing, and we're doing fold, and we're doing another fold, and we're doing another fold, and we're doing another fold. Come on, that's not straight at all. Let's do that. There we go. There we go. Now we have our little booklet. And yes, I have the fabric sticking out. Now, at this point, you could obviously, you know, fold it in if you want to, but I want it like that. I want the fluffy part that can fray in piece, but it's only gonna fray down to the paper maximum, because then it's glued, so it's not gonna fray more than that. So I have this little one. Now I'm just gonna grab a whole bunch of scrap paper, and we're gonna sew it in. Okay, so I just put some water on. I just had some nuts too, so yay. Okay, so here I have some scraps and also some 2 full pages of stuff, because I have more of these more. I don't know, I tipped out a full box of scraps the other day, and I put them in a box yesterday, and all of a sudden they're all missing. I'm gonna zoom out a bit. Why is it fighting me all the time? Can it stay? No. How do I make it stay bright? I don't know how to make this stay bright. I'm just gonna fold some of these. I mean, they don't need to be bigger than, you know, this part. But, oh, come on. Don't start again. Why? I just had a complete rage attack on my phone, and all of a sudden it stays bright. I don't know what I did. I have no idea. It is just very confusing. And this is still wet. So if you wonder why it's warping so much, it's because the glue is still very wet on both sides, actually. So it shouldn't warp, because usually, well, anyway, moving on. So like I said, the paper doesn't have to be bigger than that. But since I have a lot of big papers, so I want to check the folds, so I could probably get multiple paper out of each, so that is about the size I want it to be when I fold it. So I'm not gonna, which gives me a lot of leftovers that we can use for other fun things. Yes, that's kind of what I'm wanting. So I'm not too bothered with the size right now, because I am gonna cut them down. So that's what we got. And this one I folded in the center, because then this part is going away. Oh, here we go again. This is gonna drive me nuts. And it's only happening on this desk. I don't have the same struggle on the other desk. This is a piece of paper that I used to mark the spine and the holes, so I figured this could work really nicely. Is this about... yeah, that's perfect fold there. Okay, so let's do that. And let's do that. And let's do, because it's folded like that, so I'm gonna rip off this part here. Would maybe be easier to cut it, but hey, I like ripping. And we're flickering again. Oh, you stupid freaking... why can't it stay there? You see, when I put it lighter, like I have now, but the moment I let my finger go, it does what it want to do. And I don't know why. If anyone out there knows how to fix this, what to do with it, please let me know. Please, because this is gonna drive me... see, now we're there again. Please stay bright. There, can we stay there? Because I have... the window is right there, and there's light coming through. I mean, it's not super bright this time of year, but it's some light coming through, and I have 3 lamps on right now shining, and it still just wanna... no, it's too bright. What happens if I do this? Can I make it? I don't know. Oh, maybe that's what we're gonna do. Let's try that for a bit. No, immediately went dark again. Oh, I don't know what to do about this, guys. It's gonna drive me... let's try this one. Let's try this for a bit. Just see what happens. I'm so frustrated when my phone... actually, I'm gonna rip that lid off. That's gonna drive me nuts. It's gonna be in the way, and that's gonna... yeah. It's gonna me. So I'm gonna do that. So I don't know how thick I want it, because we have quite a good spine there. So we can make it pretty thick. Pretty thick. Yeah, this one, let's fold that kind of center-ish. Let's cut this off. Oh yeah, I'm cutting. Can you see me cut? I have such sharp fingers. We're cutting through it. So there we have, and there we have some. Yeah. So like I said, this is just going to be a little notebook for me. This is leftover from... wow. Wow. I'm just saying. Wow. Can we maybe? I don't know. So this is just... when I print out my shipping labels on A4 regular paper, this is what I'm left with. So that's why I have so many scraps that are like not fully a half A4, but kind of looks like this. So I'm gonna just do a kind of example there maybe, and then do that. And these little leftovers are perfect to sketch on. I really don't like how dark it is right now. I want to turn on another light. Let's try this. Let's see what happens if we turn on the third one. Okay. No. This is gonna... yeah, the flickering. Can we be bright, please? No? No? That's too much to ask. Okay. I don't know what to do about this. Anyone have any good suggestions about the lighting? What am I gonna do? Because, I mean, this time... should I just not film during winter? That's stupid. That's stupid. Not filming the whole winter. I mean, we have long winters here. I live far north. I'm above the Arctic Circle, actually. And we're ripping. And we're ripping. We're ripping. I love ripping. Have I told you that? Yeah, just like maybe a million times. I want some of this, what do you call this? Graph paper-ish thing. So I think I can actually fold it like that. Lengthwise. And we're flickering, and we're dark, and we're... yeah. How do I make the... oh, no. It's like, I'm using my online storage, my kind of cloud space storage. They automatically adjust your photos and they make every photo darker. And I used a photo box that I bought, and it's amazing and I love it to bits. And they say they improve the photos, and I have only one thing to say about that, and that is bullshit. Because I use a photo box. I lighten the images on the phone when I take the pictures, and every picture is so dark I have to go in afterwards and change them again when I'm already taking the picture in a bright space with good light on my camera. And nope, my online storage decides nope, it's gonna be darker. And then Etsy tells me, oh, the pictures are too dark. Yeah, because my online storage space improves the pictures. This kind of stuff drives me nuts. It's absolutely driving me nuts. And I contacted them and said, could you stop changing my pictures? Yeah, this works. Okay, good. Awesome. Let's kind of put them in randomly. Let's use that one for center, and we put one of these, and then we do some of those, and let's do that one too. And then we have one of these again, and obviously you don't need to kind of space them out. You can put them all in the same spot, and like now we have a bunch of graph paper, now we have a bunch of line paper, now we have a blah 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 blah. You know, you can do whatever you choose to. I'm actually going to do it that way. Now I've changed everything around. So I'm going to try and... I think we have enough papers now. Do we? I think so. Yeah. Yeah, it looks okay. Maybe a few more. I always put too many papers in, so maybe not. Maybe something like that. And we're going to cut them down in size. So now I want everything down to the bottom, because I'm going to cut off the top. And instead of cutting both top and bottom, because some of them are smaller and some are bigger, and we're flickering, and if anyone please know how to make the light setting stay in place, let me know, please. Please let me know. I googled it and I cannot figure it out. I'm sorry. Is it just me, or is Google getting worse? I tried to find some information about a pot that I was gonna sell, an old ceramic pot. I'm trying to figure out, the value, who made it, and all of that stuff. So now we're checking. I want the papers to be about 7.5 centimeters, because that's about the height there. So trying to measure without this ruler is so worn that it's hard to see the marks on it. Oops, sorry. Oh yeah, now I can see these here. There. Where did my pen go? There. 7.5 is there, and I'm gonna mark 7.5. There we go, ish, there, ish. Yes, ish is a measurement that works. Actually, let's go with that part first. And now I'm measuring, we have the fold there, that's gonna add a bit of length to it, but I'm just measuring the cover, the hard cover front here. And I think we can make the papers 5.7 centimeters. So you can see it's really hard to see the measurements. And we're at this again. Come on, make it brighter. Make it bright. What did I say? I already forgot because I got too distracted with the flickering. 5.5, 5.7, something like that. So makes we end up 5.5, 5.7. Let's make it there. And this is in the way. So let's do this. Putting my thumb there to push it to the edge there, 5.5, 6, 7, there. So I'm gonna do this part first. Just because. And this one is gonna be tricky for me to actually get, because it's so, yeah, got stuck. It's not so much sticking out, so usually it comes off with the papers underneath when you rip. So you see this one doesn't stick out as much. Oops, sorry. There. So you see this paper doesn't stick out as much, so it's tricky to get it, like to rip it like this. But usually it comes off with the, when you pull the papers further down in the pile. And coffee dyed paper, I heard someone say, oh, it's because you run it in the oven. I don't run them in the oven, but they become crispier. So they're easier to rip. There and there. And I'm just going to go in and do a little bit of... So I have approximately there. So I'm just going to cut some of these off. Well, this is just going to be a small notebook for me, so I'm not too bothered. So you can see it's kind of slanting out there. Something like that. And I like ripped uneven edges, so I'm not too bothered. So let's go like that. Now what did I say about height? Now I've taken away the height measurement there. So it said 7.5. So I'm just going to make another little mark for 7.5. Why is it so hard to see the marks? 7.5 is there. So there. And for this I'm going to cut. Maybe remove stuff that's underneath before you cut. Because I have a tendency to forget that. And yeah. Oh. Yeah, let's cut the paper with a pen. I'm sure you can do it, actually. Because pencils can be really sharp. You probably could cut paper with them. I want to try that sometime, you know, just for an experiment and see how much we can get down with just a pencil and a ruler. No scissor, nothing, just pencil and a ruler. So here we have this, and we have this. I think that's going to be perfect. Yep. So what I'm going to do now is kind of push them to the back. So I'm pushing towards the spine here, and then I'm clamping. And I'm doing the same here. I'm pushing towards the spine. So the spine is really tight. And I'm clamping, and now I clamped on opposite sides, and it also helps to keep them pushed in towards the spine when I clamp on this side and that side. Sometimes I just clamp on one side and sometimes I clamp on both. So some of these smaller strips I'm gonna throw away. Some of the other scraps I can use for other things, and I'm currently doing a lot of paper clips, and you don't need big pieces of paper for that. You just need something like this for paper clips. And this can also be a nice little notebook. Just sew that one together or clamp it or something. So this can be a very nice little, I used to call them quote books, because that's what I use them for mostly. I just put a little quote on each page. When I hear something fun, a nice quote, I just put them on each page. So this one is awesome for that. I'm just sewing these stuff away. So let me get my needle. Okay, so I'm going to do things a little bit differently. So I marked the center line. There. So I marked the center line of the spine there, and I'm putting the signature up against it, so I have the spine there. I'm gonna fold it out because I'm lazy. I don't want to measure anymore today. I'm done. I'm done measuring. So I'm actually gonna, come on, Clamp, get to me, do that. And I'm gonna make sure it's still in place because I see the line there slightly, and I'm just gonna clamp it right there. That's the lazy me. So I'm just gonna make 2 holes because that's enough. So I'm gonna make 1 hole there, and this way I make it right there. It's just easier to sew if you make the holes in advance. And there ish. There we go. There we go. And my phone is stupid again. Okay, so I want the knot on the outside, so I'm gonna go from the outside, and I'm gonna go in, and I'm gonna go out. That's all I need to do. And we're gonna tie it up. So remember, where you start sewing in your signature, that's where you're gonna end up. So decide where you want the knot before you start sewing. So there we go. I'm gonna make a 3rd one just to be sure. There it is. There it is. And it won't just stay like that, so I'm grabbing my little plastic butter knife, or if you have a bone folder, use that. Oops. Have you seen anything? I've been so concentrated on what I'm doing that I haven't checked on screen. I might have to re-record this. I don't know. So I'm just doing some smooshing. There we go. And there we go, kind of. And there we go. There we go. And I think I want it this way. So which way did these end up? I think, because this is the envelope thingy. Oh, good. So we can actually use that as a pocket. Awesome. I was going to cut them up and open in the bottom, but we don't need to do that. We can use them as pockets. I actually thinking maybe I want to fold one of these sides just to make it a bit more interesting, because the green on the inside, they're kind of cool. So what if we do that? And I want to glue that part down. This was not planned. Things just happen and I go with it. Okay, fine. There we go. Thank you. Just like that. And there we have a nice pocket. Do I want to glue the outside here so it stays? Because I have a feeling that if I'm going to do a quick flip, it's going to just fly out. So I have a tendency to do that. So I'm just going to do a little bit of glue at the edge there. Let's do the same for this side. I'm checking this one looks prettier, so I'm going to fold this side down, and I'm checking this distance, so there's kind of straight-ish. And I'm going to put some glue there, and I'm going to put some glue there. Like that. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. There we go. There we go. So let's see what we got. We got this. Let's see if we have something else we want to do something with. This is a perfect little notebook for my pocket, for my... and I love the ripped edges, and we have the pockets. I didn't plan the pockets, they just kind of happened. And I find that's a thing with a lot of stuff I do. They just kind of happen. So we have kind of nice papers and stuff in here. So there we go. There we go. I could have put a few more papers in there. But hey, we have a nice little notebook. Now I'm just going to make a bunch more because I have more. So, Happy New Year, guys. This is a good little notebook to maybe put your little goals in, your new ideas. Because that's what I needed. I needed a little notebook to put down ideas. Because my big one, my big junk journal, it's kind of too big to trot around everywhere. And as you can see, I make a perfect mess every time. Now that I have the needle there, I should maybe sew this together. These little scrappies together too. Since I'm already... do I have any threads in here that I can use? Usually have some scrap threads around too. And now my needle has disappeared. Dum 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 dum. The hole maker is here. Where's the needle? Where did I put the needle? Oh yeah. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do that off camera. I'm gonna let you guys know. Go now. It's taken an hour and more to make this one. I swear, I'm a lot faster when I'm not filming. When I'm not explaining every step and showing every step. When I'm just crafting, it goes a lot faster, and it's gonna go a lot faster for you guys too. Just make sure you leave that little. If you make the 3-part one, if you just make a folded one, it's gonna be a lot faster. I just really like this. And another thing, if you make these little notebooks and you like the cover, when you're done with it, you can always cut this off and just take the pages out and sew in new pages. It's as simple as that. You can just sew in new pages. And then you can use the holes in the spine to kind of poke holes in the center for the new pages. So you can just keep the cover, and you can do the same with the big journals too, unless you cover the spine like I did on this one. This one's going to be a lot trickier. You can cut the strings off in here, but then when you re-sew it, it's going to sew through here. So just be aware of that. But you can always, oh, look at this. I have another cover laying here. This one's going to be fun. Shall we do this one together too? Another time. Not today. Not today. I really need to go eat something. I have another one here that needs some paper, and yeah, I got a lot of I got a lot of stuff going on. Why make one thing where you can make 15 at a time? Is 15 even enough? I think so. Let's say 15. Probably a ton more, but hey. Hey ho, that's me. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. Hope you make a little tiny notebook to put in your pocket or in your purse or like somewhere. Something that's easy to take with you. That's all I needed. And here's another thing. I said when you finish writing, you can just cut off the string and put new in. Then the notes that you have in here, the notes that you want to keep, take them out and you put them in your big junk journal. In the junk journal that you're working on. In pockets, you can clamp them in with paper clips or something like that. So just because a notebook is full doesn't mean you have to throw it away or do something else. Just reuse the notes or rewrite them in your junk journal or something like that. But small notebooks are a lifesaver at times. I love them. I use them for so much. And I use a lot of these tiny ones too. I hear people say, oh, I can't use them for anything. Oh, you can use them for a ton of stuff. So something like this is perfect too to have with you. And you can actually fit a lot more in here than you think. And then afterwards, when you're done with it, when it's full, you can take it apart, keep the pages that you want to keep, and you can put them in your big junk journal and so on. So, yeah. That's the fun part about making your own notebooks, your own journals. You can always mix and match and take things out and move things around. And I mean, it's yours. Do what you want with it. Have fun in your craft room. Have fun playing. I'm going to get off camera now and get something to eat. And then I'm going to continue and make a few more of these. So I will see you again for the next video. I think that will be in a few days. I'm not going to do daily videos because that was tough. But I will do at least 2 a week. So I'll see you in the next one. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the thumbs up. I love that. Thank you. Thank you for the comments. I'm gonna actually sit down now and go over unanswered comments. Yay! I love that. So see you in the next one. Love you guys. Thank you. Bye.